Are you gonna hit your peak, man? This is what I've been thinking about for the past week, man. It's like I feel like things are lining in place for all this crazy stuff to really unfold. But my question to everybody else is, are you about to hit your peak or have you hit your peak? And actually, honestly, um, even if you hit your peak, I mean, as long as you're at the point or you've gotten to the point where you're at your best self, you won because you're your true self. I think that's what the peak is. The peak of yourself is just your true self that's hiding under this sculpture of life. I'm in the best health of my life right now. Not the most money I've had technically, but I think so. If you have to kind of things are down, so it kind of doesn't. We're in a different time zones, but health wise, life wise, my confidence level, my skill level, and almost across the board, man, I feel like my IQ has risen. I don't know if that's even possible, but I just feel like everything is just getting easier and it's really like coming to a head. It's like you practice for years, but you forget that eventually you will get there. And I feel like I'm really close, man. It feels like I'm a bubble that's about to freaking burst, man. And it's a great feeling. Years of failure, it makes you think like, man, you get almost used to failing. I think that was the only reason I made it here. It's because I got used to failing and I got used to life being tough, you know? And now life, this is easy. I've been through so much that this stuff is just nothing. And I realize now that I didn't value myself enough. You know, sometimes we just, as people, think like, oh, we ain't nothing, or, you know, like, it's somebody else, but it can be you too, man. And honestly, I just feel so good that now I don't have to go back to a time where I felt like life was just miserable. I feel like I've taken life by the horns, and now I'm in control. And it feels good because really the only one I really trust is myself. You know, as a kid, I couldn't trust my mom, couldn't trust my dad. There's really nobody to trust but myself. But it's nice because I know when I do it, I get it done right, you know? It gets done correctly and in a timely fashion. Things may not be perfect, but it will happen. And just having that little bit of stability, man, it helps my mental health so much. Just knowing that I'm in control. Not with everything, you know, it's life, but for once in life, man, I can tell you this Marcus you're looking at is basically me. Like, technically, I am still going to work, and that's kind of BS, and that's something I wouldn't really do, but I almost don't mind, you know, currently. Like, my life is, I'd say 95% of this is what I would do. And who knows? Maybe after years, man, maybe I will get a regular job again and just start, like, I don't know, you know, like, I'm not against anything, but I can say with full certainty, this is the Marcus you're looking at. Like, this is me. I just wish I could have been me, you know, a little bit sooner, you know. I had to play this strange role, you know, where I had to do things I didn't want to do or that I thought I had to do. You know, now I can just do whatever I want, which isn't nothing crazy, right? So I'm not living no baller life or nothing, but I live nicely. And for me, it's enough because, I mean, if you guys know me, I don't really need, I mean, I like assets, but besides that, I don't really, it's not really much for me to buy. So, yeah. But either way, I'm all about getting to your best self, your best version of yourself, or at least on the path to your best version of yourself. Because technically, I'm not at my peak, but I feel myself approaching the highest of myself. And it's a good feeling. And I hope that this is what we all should be striving for, you know? And some people will fight, you know? Some people really are afraid to deal with their inner demons, I believe. I think there's a lot of things that go on, but I think a lot of people are afraid because it's like, you gotta look deeper in yourself. You know, you gotta figure out why you are the way you are and think why things happened. And it's not pretty, but I think through that, you become a better person. And in the end, you ultimately become yourself. It's like, I'm so like, it is what it is, but I'm disappointed I didn't become myself sooner, you know? It was all there. I just didn't have any guiding hands, but I'm in control now and I can decide whether or not, you know, something is worth it for me. So that's what we all should be striving for, man.